What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is on this beautiful Sunday night, 9:30 live show. If you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're one of the OGs or someone who's been here before and you're back again, thank you so much for choosing to be here with us on a 9:30 at night live show. We do this each and every day. Happy Thanksgiving week, as that is happening this week on Thursday, guys. And for OU, it's the last game of the season against LSU, a team that has been kind of a nemesis for the Sooners. And OU has a chance to just put all that behind them and get to the playoff, and not just get to the playoff, but be hosting a first-round playoff game in a couple weeks at the Palace on the Prairie. You go back 4 weeks ago, there are a lot of people who said this isn't even a possibility, and now it's going to be very disappointing if it doesn't happen because LSU is a team you're better than, and you just got to take care of business. I see Mangum Wrestling saying Satania needs to touch the ball about 10 times a game. Well, I wholeheartedly agree, but he touched it about 13 times yesterday. Do you know that? Because every time the other team punts, he gets the ball. Now, I know what you're saying. I agree with you. I just had to say that. He fair catches about, 8 to 10 punts a game. I agree they need to get him the ball, and it needs to be in different ways. It doesn't always need to be the jet sweep. It doesn't always. And by the way, am I the only one? I'm curious if you guys are as well. Did you notice a couple of times yesterday, and this could come back to bite OU in the butt, difficulty on zone reads where Mateer pulls it out late, or you got the receiver coming in motion, and he sticks the ball in there but then tries to get it out? That could be a very, very big turnover to come. They need to clean that up a little. I think they need to clean that up a little. Yeah, hey, Aaron says, looked like LSU melded in last night and can't wait for the season to be over. There was a little bit of that. I saw Brian Kelly's son on senior night walking out there with BK on his shirt. And here's what I'll say. You're right. Looks like they kind of packed it in, but also it was Western Kentucky, and they probably didn't even think about that game. If they have a chance, and they do, to knock OU out of the playoff, I guarantee you they're going to have something to play for. So, Lehman literally said we suck at RPOs. Yeah, it wasn't good. Mangum says Gabe said that our line isn't blocking properly for jet sweeps and are blocking for more of a pocket. I saw the PFF stuff that came out today. Michael Fasusi, no hurries on his side with all the pass protection, and Fabechi too. And here's what's mind-blowing and mind-boggling, Sooner fans. It seems like they're pass protecting individually pretty well. Yet, OU can't throw the ball, and I think it's because Mateer leaves the pocket early, one. And two, I hate the route trees. I hate them. So, that's what I would say. Well, Fasusi wasn't getting beat. He had no pressures, according to PFF. I think they're talking about the Jamison Roberts. Hey, win and you have 3 weeks to get healthy. Wouldn't it be, let's see, the first game I believe is it the 12th? Wouldn't it be 2 weeks? I have to look at maybe the 19th, 20th, yeah. Hey, we scored yesterday. Boomer Sooner got 2 tutties. Got 2 tutties yesterday. Let's go for 3 this week. But even bigger than that, just can't turn the ball over. I like everything that BV has done. I like even the answers. I'll tell you what, listening to BV, guys and gals, it's clear he's got this team in the exact place they need to be. Okay, exact place they need to be. And they're buying into everything he's saying, which is great. Even on the offensive side about no turnovers, being physical. I want to get to something in a minute. Okay, I really need to get to something in a minute. I'm going to get there. But first, says Jerm, they followed up with a definition of a press up to the Mizzou DN coach challenge PFF. Yeah, I know. I'm just going by what the numbers say. People already given score projections here. It's too early for me for that. I want to see the availability report, and that's what I want to get to. How on earth? You heard BV say after the game that, I mean, highlighting the toughness, the intensity, the adversity, the resiliency that Xavier Robinson had this week. So much so that he said, that's what Carl Albert guys do. Basically, hey, put a brace on it. I'm going to play. I like it. What my question is Jaden Ott can't play because, one, he doesn't care to play. He gone. Taylor Tatum can't play because I don't know why. He's still there. Javonte Barnes can't play because, well, he wants to go elsewhere, it seems like. Means he gone, he over on the sideline. So Ott and Barnes, no chance, okay? That leaves you Blaylock, who did play a couple plays, but they never gave him the rock because apparently, according to some, he's hurt, but he's not on an injury report. I'm tired of that. He's not hurt, or he'd be on the injury report. So then that leaves you with Blaylock, X-Rob, and Gabe Sawchuk, and Tatum. You got 4 guys. And this is why last night I brought it up because Parker Thune said it. I really think this week you're going to see Andy Bass.
Based on what? I don't know what.
Based on me.
What have I missed in the first 6 minutes?
Based on me.
I come in here 6 minutes after the live shows, and you're saying Andy Bass will be playing this week.
I think you might see him. Special teams.
Is this a Twilight Zone?
Yeah, I didn't get Twilight. Jay, can you tell me what in the world you've been watching in the running back room?
What?
Tell me. And I get, hey, X-Rob still averaged about 4 yards a carry, but
hold up, Jerm, can I?
Hey, I am done. Delete the comment right now, Jackson. Wow. No, Jerm, I don't do drugs. Never have. Never will. Won't try them.
Jerm, I got a question. Just hear me out real quick, because I just walked into this, and it does feel like Twilight Zone-y. I just walked in. What world are we in? Game 12. If OU wins, they go to the college football playoff, and a guy that hasn't played a snap is going to be playing running back?
No, I didn't say he's going to be playing running back.
You just said he's going to play.
Jason, if do you understand a scenario this coming Saturday?
Injuries.
According to Brent Venables, X-Rob has a sprained knee. He's one hit away from not being playing. And according to you and other people, I don't believe it because, frankly, he's not on the injury report. But I haven't seen Torrey Blaylock on there, yet he doesn't get a snap either, Jay. So apparently he's hurt. My question is, if there's an injury, who is the guy? I agree, Michael. Ott should not be allowed on the sideline. Ott should not be allowed on the sideline.
I got a question.
Devontae Barnes, if he's going elsewhere, he shouldn't be in the game.
If Mateer and Hawkins gets hurt, what's going to happen back at quarterback?
They have Jet New. They got the other guy, Whit Newbauer. You know who it is.
What are we doing, though? I mean,
I'm asking, who would it be, Jason?
I don't know. And at this point, I hope it doesn't get to that, Germ. So let's move on.
Thank you. Let's move on. Welcome, Jay. Welcome,
man. Good to see you.
Yeah. Hey, I haven't seen Danny Dime.
I'll see you tomorrow, Germ.
I haven't seen Danny Dime since he said, you wouldn't win another game 3 weeks ago. See ya. Where you been? Yeah, I'll call him out. Where's Texas Nightmare been?
Well, we know where Texas Nightmare's been.
Where's True Sooner been? I'm waiting.
Well, here's what you have to know about some of those people, Germ. They're 100% watching. They're waiting for you to call them out, and then they're going to jump in here. They're watching.
That's why I did it, Jay.
Hey, they're watching. They're creeping.
Now, okay, Mangum, I only brought this up. I teased you, and you bought it. Hook, line, and sinker, you bought it. You might as well go bass fishing. Andy bass fishing. Here's why. I knew you'd say it. All I had to do was mention it. All I had to do was mention it, and I knew someone would mention it, and you did. There is no world, in my opinion, in which Javonte Barnes is going to be a starter in postseason just because it doesn't count against redshirt. You can't play him if he's been sitting over there on the sideline. Jeez. Can't do it. It's bad luck. It's a bad look.
I think we need to move on from what we're talking about, personally.
Go ahead, Jay. Move on. I'll turn my camera off for a minute.
Well, I don't care what you do, Jerm. Been pretty busy day. So he will be available. I don't even know who we're talking about that's going to be available. Here's where I know 5 more days, OU has a chance to win and make the college football playoff, baby. And that's the main focus right now. LSU wins a squeaker yesterday over Western Kentucky. Out of the last 2 games, Missouri and LSU, Missouri's a tougher opponent based off of what I've watched. So things are looking good for Oklahoma. You got to go finish the deal, though. Things are on OU's recruiting side are ramping up. That's good news. Record is ramping up. That's good news.
I know. Hey,
a lot of good things happening in Oklahoma.
I'll move off it, Jay, but there's people in the chat who are staying on it. I kind of want to respond, but I won't do it. How about them Cowboys, Jay? Dak Prescott sucks, you said, huh? Pretty good game, wasn't it? Wrong again, Jay. Wrong again.
What else have I been wrong about? Bring it.
Hey, I agree. You can't take them lightly at all. OU needs to go out there, take care of business, and look good doing it. Period.
Yep. Mangum said it's not a Cowboys live, Jeremy.
I don't care what it is, Jay. I'm fired up.
He don't care. Man, I got a headache tonight. I got a headache, and it's gotten worse since I got on this show tonight. Jeez.
Well, I know why.
Why?
You're concerned. You're concerned about Notre Dame missing the playoff. I get it, Jay. I get it.
Definitely not, Jeremy. That's not happening.
You're concerned about the Irish.
It's not happening. Hey, some more PFF grades came out. O-line pass blocking continued.
I already mentioned it tonight. People said PFF doesn't matter.
Well, I'm just saying PFF. I don't know how much it matters. I'm just saying what I saw. What's up, Damon? Good to see you, bro.
Hey, now Dr. Vols on here. I see him. They look great against Florida. That offense.
Hey, if there's
rolling.
Hey, you look at some college football games this year that changed the trajectory of the playoff. The missed field goal by Tennessee against Georgia.
Oh, big time.
If they win that game, they're sitting there at 9-2 right now, and so is Georgia at 9-2, and OU at 9-2, and Bama at 9-2. It would be crazy if that would have happened, dude. I mean, it'd been unbelievable.
So this week, I kind of want things to go as chalk, except for one.
And Vandy, yeah.
Like, I kind of want it to go chalk, except for one. Well, 2, except for 2. I want Tennessee to beat Vandy.
Yep.
I mean, if Vandy wins, I think they get left out at 10-2. But I kind of want Ohio State to beat Michigan.
Oh, I do too. The other one,
if Michigan win, and the other one is
Auburn.
I want Auburn to beat Bama.
I do too. I want Auburn to beat Bama too, Jeremy.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you look at the scenarios, and I brought this up. Me and my son were talking today because
my son and I. Go ahead.
My son and I, Jerm. Okay, because a couple of the road games he went to, at Tennessee, at Bama. Can you imagine in one single season at Tennessee, at Alabama, and then in the playoff at Notre Dame? Those 3 places?
At Notre Dame.
Or Notre Dame at Oklahoma, either one. Those.
I think Notre Dame's going to move it. You saw in the AP poll, they didn't.
Yeah, I don't think they'll pass OU.
Could be crazy,
I don't think they're going to pass OU based off OU just beat a ranked team. I don't care what the score was and how it looked. OU has now beat 5 ranked teams. Notre Dame hasn't beaten who? 1? USC? Is that the only ranked win they have?
Yes.
Am I right?
I believe so.
I think so. This is a great question, Downpost. And I've talked to many people today I've talked to some that were Texas A&M fans. I've talked to Ohio State fans. I think most people don't want to play the game, fan-wise. They're worried about what it does to your team having to play the extra game. Will they ever do away with it? Will they ever do away with them?
It could be, Jay. They could do away with it. Hey, Jay.
What's breakdown, baby? Is that Oakley breakdown?
Yeah, I think he's talking about Oklahoma breakdown.
I haven't listened to that today.
I haven't either. Hey.
I need to.
Jay, yeah, no one wants any part of this defense. I don't want Bama first round. I wish there was something where they wouldn't match conference, especially if you played the team already.
I think
that has to be taken into consideration.
I think they're going to try to steer away from it if they can. Like, for instance,
they can. They can.
Well, Jerm,
they can.
Let me ask you this.
They absolutely can.
I guess Pitt was ranked. If Bama wins the SEC championship, do you think they will pass OU?
Yes.
Okay, so in that, I mean, they could. It could be 8-9 matchup.
Even though they lost head-to-head, they have a conference championship.
It could be 8-9 matchup in that scenario.
Oh, I think they'd be higher than 8.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think they would probably make it where it's 7. They're 7. But
you know who better be watching out? Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl, because if they lose, they may not make it.
Yeah, I'm worried for them if they lose, Jeremy.
Now, at 11-1, they're a lock. But if they go 10-2 and lose the Egg Bowl to Lebby, you have a bad loss in the season. You have all the Lane Kiffin stuff. At that point, it could. Yeah, the chat will tell us everything, Gabe said. Hey, I already know the offensive struggles. It's terrible. He sits in the pocket or bails too. He bails out of the pocket.
How come nobody gets on there after Oklahoma breakdown and rips them for talking negative about OU after a big win?
Yeah, people do rip us sometimes for that. Jay.
People rip us after the live show yesterday. We were getting ripped because we were talking about the offense after a big win and they weren't playing well. And everybody, I mean, constantly people bashing us. What are you doing? OU won. They're 9-2. Why are you talking about the offense?
Yeah, no one. I don't think anyone does that on there, Jay. But that's not a comment show, is it?
You can comment in the chat, and I'm not saying people should. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, and listen, when you talk about you don't know ball, I don't know ball compared to them. Those guys,
I don't either. Yeah,
I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying I think it's funny that people rip us for talking about it, but other people talk about it all the time.
And I get that people
being a fan, and I mean. I get so tired of people saying, don't talk bad about – how can you talk bad when they're 9-2 and could go to the playoff? Because I want perfection.
Hey, two things really quickly. One, the thing about Mateer with too many decisions, he knows the offense. That's why it was a little disappointing. 2, I saw someone said, well, they're ex-players, so they earned our respect. Listen up very carefully. I don't know as much as them. I don't know this much compared to those guys. I love those guys giving their critique. But don't say that's why they have your respect. That's ridiculous.
Well, because I
haven't played, I don't have anyone's respect. That's weird.
I have a few podcasts I listen to every week.
Weird, man.
I listen to theirs every week. I love the breakdown.
They're great, dude. They're great guys, man. They know ball.
I think it's great. I love the way they break it down, all of it. This isn't about breakdown. It's just funny when people kind of do that. That's all.
Art Briles. Hey, and they're not the yips right now because if he had the yips, he couldn't complete any passes. He throws some great balls and then he doesn't. Like he's just inconsistent. That's my opinion. When you
Chuck, great for them. I'm glad they were. That's what I expect. Tell it like it is. I like that.
Oh, I love that.
I
Yeah.
just wish some
Who
OU
doesn't-
fans would be okay with that.
Hey, who doesn't? Where was that comment, Jay? Who doesn't expect a better offense? Right?
I think everybody expects.
I think everyone wants a better offense.
Yes.
That's what I think.
No, it would not be. Me and Jerem are nowhere near breakdown capability.
No.
They're on a different level, Dalpost. I mean, thanks for that.
They're former players who are in the program and know a ton of information. Like, there's a reason. There's a reason they have so many subscribers and people following them, guys.
I probably shouldn't even brought it up when I said how fans don't go at them, but they do. That was probably my bad. I shouldn't have said that.
I will say this.
It was frustrating. It was frustrating yesterday because, these instant reactions show. I mean, as a fan, man, I'm super pumped when OU wins. But my mind goes straight to how does OU win a national championship this year? That's where my mind goes. That's what I want. So my mind is looking at the negatives, not the positives. Because as a fan, I'm thinking, how do you get to where you can beat Ohio State? I need the offense to be better. That's where my mind goes. And I don't like it when fans go, whoa, we were talking bad about them. That's all.
I'll say it again. Sooner fan says, our lack of offense is going to hurt us eventually. And although could be correct, said it against Tennessee. Someone put a tweet out the other day. I think it was Cade McFarland, possibly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jane. It said, halftime against Tennessee, every Sooner fan was like, we should not be winning this game. Halftime against Bama, everyone was like, we should not be winning this game. Halftime against Missouri, I was like, we should not be winning this game. Yet, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
The trivia answer to that would probably be Mateer with one.
Diego Pavi, I thought they scored like 20 or 30 against him.
I don't know if he threw a touchdown pass. Daniel, what was the comparison? I'm trying to remember.
I know Daniel's been saying one more year for the offense. Like next year's offense is going to be great.
2010 Nebraska. Okay, Nebraska 2010. 2010, was that Pelini? No. Maybe.
I think it was, Jay.
Was that Pelini?
I think it was.
Possibly. Now, Dalpo says Ravens of 2000. Tell you, this defense is nasty. You know you're doing something really well as an OU as an OU program when Brandon Walker is like raving over OU.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Hey, Corey says Daniel was 2010 Nebraska good. Weren't they like 6-2 in conference? Maybe like 9-3 overall. I mean, they're similar. Hey, Jay, can you show the super? I can't get to that super from Damon. Just gonna thank him for it.
Let me see if I can get it.
Hey, thanks so much, Damon, for the super. Appreciate it. Your continued support every single night on here is just really inspiring and encouraging. So thank you.
Oh, they both threw two. There's a question.
Okay. Reminds me of.
Let me ask you this. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourselves.
Was that the Troy Smith year?
Don't want to get ahead of yourselves here, but okay.
But.
In your opinion, do you think OU will get to 5 in the rankings ever this year before the end of the season?
We'll get to 5?
Just answer these questions I'm going to ask you. Will they get to 5?
In the CFP poll?
Yes. Answer the question. It's a simple question. Do you think they'll be to 5 after next week? But by the time the season,
by the time the poll comes out for the playoffs,
by the time playoffs start, will they get to 5?
They're at 8.
It's a simple question. The answer is no.
Can I think about the teams?
There's nothing to think about. No. Okay. Will they
is it mathematically possible?
Will they get to 6? I'm asking your opinion. Will they get to 6?
Could.
Will they?
I've got to think about who might lose.
Oh, my word. Tell me when you're done thinking, please.
Well, if Tech loses and one more, I'll say they can get to 6. I say they get to 6.
You think OU's going to be 6? I don't.
Yep. They all got to move up 2 spots.
Sure. I don't see anybody losing in front of them.
I think Washington beats Oregon.
Then that'd be 7.
And I think Tech could lose the Big 12 title game.
Oh, wow. Have you watched some of those Big 12 teams, Germ?
Yeah, I sure have. You don't know football. You never know, buddy.
My opinion
and if
is
Michigan beats Ohio State, like I said, then guess what? Then OU is moving up.
I think
and Bama might lose to Auburn.
Bama's behind OU.
Never know, Jay.
Bama's behind OU.
And Ole Miss could lose to Mississippi State. Heck yeah, they could get 6.
You're missing my point. Never mind. I'm not even going to go through the rest of the thing.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
No,
Let's hear your scenario. Let's hear your scenario.
Hold up. Hold up.
What?
Get on the phone line right now. Open them up now. Open them up now.
Open them up right now for this comment. This is the most egregious comment.
Jackson, call in right now. Call in right now.
Open the phone lines. There they are.
Call in now. I'm waiting on you right now, Jackson. Call in right now.
I'll let you talk, Jason. Yeah. You're actually fired up for once. I'll let you actually talk.
Phone lines.
We need it. There he is. Check out the FanStop, thefanstop.com. Sign up for your team's Shirt of the Month club. Use code SURGE to get 10% off your first 3 months. It's a great Christmas gift coming up right around the corner. A new shirt, new design every single month. Free shipping to your doorstep. Now let's get to Jackson with his terrible take.
What were y'all? Oh my God,
Jackson, you've said something.
No, Jay.
That's the worst take I've ever heard in my life.
Jay, let me talk. Okay, if Texas Tech, if they lose the Big 12 championship, first of all, they should get rid of conference championship games. In my opinion,
they may not make the big dance.
Hey, Jackson, answer this question.
Jeremy, if they lose the Big 12 championship, Tech is in the playoff, and so is the team that beat Tech.
No, buddy.
Jeremy.
No. Jeremy, you said you let me talk. Jeremy, you said you let me talk. So listen, Jackson, I'm going to be very civil here. Okay, if Tech loses to BYU, where does Tech drop to?
7.
Okay, they dropped to 7. Where's BYU?
Probably like 11 or 9.
Oops.
I would say 11, 10, or 9.
Well, they're not going to be 11 because that's going to be the group of 5, and they're not going to be with the ACC champion. Okay, so that'd be 10. Answer the question: does Bama or Notre Dame not go to the playoff over Tech? I mean, over BYU or Tech? Yeah.
If
you're taking Tech over Bama or Notre Dame, right?
I'm taking Tech over Notre Dame. Yes, over.
Oh, they're not going to do that,
dude. Okay, Jay,
but doing that.
Jay, but you understand that. So, okay, hear me out. If Alabama, they make the SEC championship, right? And if they lose in the SEC championship, should Alabama still be in the playoff with 3 losses? Technically, it'd be 10-3. So a 3-loss Alabama should be in over a 1-loss Tech. A team that lost to Florida State should be in the playoff.
Tech would have 2 losses, man.
Who has Tech lost to this year?
You don't even know that, dude. Bye.
He thought they were undefeated, I think.
Jackson, they're not undefeated, bro.
Let me back. Wait, Tech's not. I genuinely did not know Tech lost.
Oh my.
Yeah. Hey, have a good one.
Who'd they lose to?
Let's get to Damon. Jeez. Let's get to Damon. What's up, Damon?
Damon, you there?
I'm here. What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? Thank you for your support always, man. Appreciate it.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you. Can you hear us? I can hear him. Can you, Jay?
I hear him. There must be a big delay or something. I don't know what's going on, Damon.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we got you.
Yeah, there's a delay. I think there's a delay going on.
What's going on?
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I'll try to call back in a sec. Hold on.
All right.
Okay. Let's
get to
Dr. Ball.
What's up, Dr. Ball?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, congratulations on y'all's win. That was probably the best game of the weekend.
Depends on what you define best. That's what it is. Define best.
Oh, just like I mean, if you like defense and it was pretty close, relatively close game throughout it. You know, just like it was probably the closest game in the SEC this week. It was just a bunch of
a bunch of cupcakes.
blowout.
Bunch of
Yeah.
cupcakes.
Missouri.
Y'all look good too.
Oh yeah, they said that was the biggest win anybody's had in the swamp since 2014.
Man, don't you wish you had that Georgia game back, Ball?
Man, I knew that was going to bite us.
Yep.
When that game happened, but
take care of it. Hey, Tennessee can knock Pavia out of the Heisman Trophy.
Please take Pavia out of that conversation, man.
Man, we look good, and we're getting healthy on defense. Aaron Carter had a hell of a game. He's back to 100%. Our middle linebacker, he was flying around making plays against Florida again. So he'll be big against Pavia, stopping the run game and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. What time's that game at next week?
I haven't even looked. I don't know.
I know Auburn Bama's the night game, but
might be 3:30. I bet you they'll put us in 3:30.
Yeah, probably.
Who y'all got? Y'all got LSU.
LSU 2:30 kick. Yep.
Weren't they struggling with like Western Kentucky or something?
Yeah, they won 13.
Yeah, as Bastiat says, I don't think that game matters. I mean, Van Buren's got legs. He can run a little bit. Like, they're going to want to be a spoiler this week. So you can throw the Western Kentucky game out the window, in my opinion.
Yeah, you'll probably they'll definitely be more up for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all know, though, a quarterback that's has no experience in Venables defense, that's a tough ask.
Yeah.
Y'all just crowbarring people, man. I love it.
Yeah.
That running back for Missouri, he started out strong. Like the first 6 carries, he had like 48 yards or something. He was putting his head down, but then all of a sudden it's like, where'd he go? I think somebody rung that bell, son.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Dr. Ball.
All right, see y'all.
See you, man. Let's get to Bobby. What's up, Bobby?
Hey, guys, why do y'all think Mateer can't make the right decision, or he's making the wrong decisions when he's been in this system, Arbuckle system, for a couple of years? Is it the competition, or I was looking at some of his stuff from Washington State, and he doesn't even look like the same person. I mean, he looks like a totally different quarterback.
Well, a couple of things. The throwing windows and the athletes that he's going against, way better. Like, I mean, that's a mental thing too. When you know the gaps and the windows are so small that you have to fit things in, like I think that could be messing with it. I also think maybe he had played with some of those guys for a couple. I don't know. He hadn't, but I can't explain it. I mean, Arbuckle, he's been in the system. I don't know. Sometimes he'll make a good throw, and then the next one you're like, wow, where'd that come from? So I can't explain it. I just hope it gets better over the next few weeks.
I've got a term for it. I got an acronym for it, Bobby. Since we're all trying to figure it out, here's an acronym: CSI. Competition, scared mentality with scared to throw a turnover, and inconsistency. He'll throw a ball like he did at Satania across the middle of the field, tied as a rope, looked beautiful. He threw a couple of those, and then the next one's just terrible. It's competition. It's scared to make.
I like that.
CSI and inconsistency.
So, what do you think the coaches are trying to do to overcome that? That's the question I've been thinking of. What are they trying to do?
Here's what it is. And I've coached athletes in high school in a different sport, cross country and track, albeit. But I've tried to tell people before, hey, just go out there and do this. And for whatever reason, they still can't forget about or get some kind of mental block out of their head, and they always go back to it in those game or in big moments. And it seems like if all that's preached at practice, and by the way, we know it is, Bob, because Arbuckle said it in the post game, the talk of just don't turn it over, no turnovers. It's like when you say don't all the time, you can't help but think about it.
Yeah, wow. Well,
you can't play freely.
Maybe it won't come to bite us in the behind.
Let me ask you something, Bobby. Would you want John Mateer right now to just start playing really freely?
No, because I think that
Exactly.
no.
Exactly.
So maybe we're doing what we need to do to win.
Exactly.
Hey, y'all solved the problem right there.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Thanks for the call,
Thanks,
Bobby.
Bobby.
Hey, Daniel, I think Daniel's right too with this first read stuff. You notice after the first read, he kind of starts to, now what? So I agree, Daniel. Courts, what's up, man?
Hey,
What's up? How you doing?
I just wanted to comment that I'm so glad we're in the SEC.
Oh,
me
big
too.
time.
Me too.
I mean, I'm really enjoying playing the Bamas and the Tennessees and the LSUs. I mean, it's so much better than that. Well, that former place.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? I tell you, the big games every week are great.
Yeah, I like it. I know it hurts sometimes because you can lose them and miss the playoffs, but it's just so much more exciting playing these bigger teams. And it's going to help us. It's going to help us in the long run because then we'll be able to compete recruiting against them. And that's what I want to bring up to LSU. We have a serious problem with them historically. I think we haven't beaten them since Bud was coaching.
It's been a while.
I really hope we can get rid of that curse. But what I really hope is they become a rival for us and we can somehow get down there and get some recruiting pipeline to Louisiana because, man, them kids are mean down there.
Well, the big news today on the recruiting is running back 2026 four-star class. Hatton is maybe flipping. Looks like there's a projection in.
He had originally committed OU at first.
Correct.
Is there any rumors going around Nagy trying to grab Coleman? Because if not, let's start it on here.
Well, he's got to enter the portal after the season.
He gone.
Can he go pro?
No, can't go pro.
Okay.
Can't go pro yet.
I don't know,
love
man.
to get him.
Coleman, well, I know he only had 3 catches, but he practically won the game by himself on 3 plays.
He's a beast.
I haven't seen I don't know if I've ever seen a receiver like him. I know it's just based on one game. I don't watch other teams. I'm just saying who we've played against. I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to go way back and maybe Lavelle Pinkney, or was it Ed Pinkney? Am I getting
Was it Ed? I think it was Ed, wasn't it? Maybe I'm thinking
the Texas receiver, the one that played opposite Michael Adams way back in the day.
Yeah, I mean Coleman's a legit freak. I mean he's just a freak of nature.
And then the one that what's his name? Sumlin passed on Bashawn Woods. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said he's no good. We don't want him. Man, Bob was torqued on that one. But I don't know, man. I hope they give him a big bag. We need a guy like that. But
we need a playmaker.
With all that, you guys know I've always wanted DeMarco and BB and JJF fired, and I still do. But I don't understand why we're keeping him at Jones around. There's not one recruit he has recruited that has sniffed a field again.
I know. I don't know why the rotation is so small. They don't rotate at all.
I mean, I get bringing in transfer guys, but we're not bringing in elite ones at the position.
Well, and if you go look at the defense, the guys that are on that defensive side of the ball, all high school recruits for the most part. And they the high school recruits at wide receiver just haven't really performed yet.
Yeah. You guys been talking, what's the problem? Scheme, QB, talent. Obviously, all 3 are problems, but I think the biggest problem personally is talent. And what I mean is Satania's done very well, but we don't have a receiver that can get a 50-50 ball. We don't have one that'll, if it's way out of range.
Can Giovanni?
I don't think he can.
How would we know if he can? They hadn't even given him a chance.
That's a good point. That's a good point too. That is a good point.
I think more what Cork is saying is when you play Auburn, when OU played them, you put 2 guys on Coleman. OU don't have a guy that they're going to double team. That's for sure.
Right, yeah. I don't know, man. And it's not just receivers; it's the running backs. I like X-Rob a lot. I like Blaylock a lot. But if we go back the past 10 years, maybe more, wouldn't they just be second string at best at OU?
I don't know. It's so hard to tell from year to year, but I don't know. But I think they need some playmakers on that side of the ball. That's for sure. I would agree with you there. But Satania's been great this year. I think
He's been
Satania's
great.
Yeah, he's been outstanding.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Beat LSU. Please end the curse. Get to the playoffs. This has been a great season.
That's right.
Boomer damn Sooner.
There it
Let's see,
is.
sports.
Hey, let's get to Chief T-Bird's comment, Super. Thanks so much for the Super. It says, I can't tell if our problem is Mateer being mid or Arbuckle being in over his head. Raider just fired Chip Kelly, just saying, yeah. It's hard to tell what it is. Similar to last year when it was like, what's the problem? Is it the coordinator? Is it Jackson Arnold? It's kind of the same thing here. But let me say this about Giovanni Gibson. I love Giovanni Gibson, Jay. He made that one-handed play that was almost a catch. They're not giving him enough chances, nor are they giving Carter enough chance. Like, they're just not. My thing is, why not let Ivan Carrion or Elijah come in, especially if you're going to throw a wide receiver screen? You have Deion Burks blocking for it. Deion Burks is out there blocking for Satania. Let's use the personnel the right way. Let's get to Damon.
Damon, you're back. Can you hear us now? Hello, Damon. Not sure. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, the connection with Damon's bad. Let's get to Corey.
What's up, Corey?
Corey, you there?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Not much, man.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Well, doing well.
That's good. That's good. I was at the game yesterday, and man, was that atmosphere kind of wild. Like at first, everybody was like talking trash about Arbuckle and how trash his play calling was, and how we weren't like running the ball. And then when Satania got his touchdown, everybody went crazy. Like the energy just changed. It was wild. Yeah.
That play right there single-handedly flipped that game. Actually, it was the Peyton Bone block punt. But hey, what was the environment going into the fourth quarter with many men playing?
Honestly, when that song came on, everybody cheered. That was the loudest cheer for a fourth quarter song the past 2 years.
Oh, the players loved it. It's going to be around. They're not changing it, Jay. They're not changing it.
What they need to do, though, when it's a night game like this week, you think about it, going in the fourth quarter, the lights will be on. It'll be 5:36.
I don't think it'll be a night game.
No,
it won't be dark totally at that point.
It'd be pretty dark. They need to have a light show with it. That'd be cool.
They do.
Yeah.
But before the game, I will tell you one thing they did. It was so funny. They started with a student section, I think. They started putting them like up on the video board like during warm-ups, and every single person they put on the video board was chugging a beer. So I said, I'm gonna get in on this. So I went over to the student section with my beer that my dad bought me, and I told them, I said, man, I wanna get on camera and chug a beer. So I did just that, and then after I threw the horns down.
Of course you did.
Yes, sir.
So you were on the Jumbotron?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Hey, I have a video. I'll put it in Discord.
All right, do it, man. Hey, appreciate it.
Discord. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, one comment I want to get to is Michael. Why would he go from Oklahoma to Arkansas?
Maybe the same reason Zach Alley left Oklahoma to go to West Virginia. Doesn't feel like he has enough control. Bye.
Winston, better late than never, baby. That's right. Now, of course, his only 50-cent song, he knows the club.
There was a comment. Daniel earlier brought up the John Mateer progression stuff. And so I've got a couple of thoughts on it.
I got you, Michael. I got you.
And I agree, Tim. More reps, more plays for and his relationship with Eric Morris. I was going to say that too. More reps, more plays for those guys, I think. You got to throw them the ball more. I would rather see Giovanni Gibson and Keontez Lewis get the ball more than Deion Burks. I'm to that point. But I think one of the reasons John Mateer doesn't make the progressions is, one, he's not in the pocket for the second progression. He's gone. He bails. He doesn't step up in the pocket. He bails right or backwards. He doesn't step up, and that's common coaching. But maybe he didn't have to do that a lot last year, Jay, when you're in that competition that he was in.
Fair. I mean, maybe. I cannot believe they fired Chip Kelly. Wasn't he just start there this year?
Yeah, I believe so,
They
Jay.
lost to the Browns today. Maybe that was it. Shadur Sanders got his first win. Maybe they said, that's enough, Chip. You're gone. By the way, why do people continue to go back to the NFL to do like Chip Kelly? He's a good coach, man. He could be coaching college somewhere. I just don't think it works out a lot of those guys that try to do that.
And Emmett Jones needs to rotate guys. The Emmett Jones and DeMarco Murray on the same boat in that. They don't rotate guys. Everything's a choice for Mateer, which that can be a problem. That can be a very big problem if the quarterback's making all the choices and he's not a great decisive decision maker in game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right, Jerm. What's our kind of schedule like for this week? Do we know yet?
No, I know I'm going to be out of town, but I'm going to try to be on here every night that we have one. So, and I should be, Jay, I know Thursday, Thanksgiving, we'll see on that day. So guys, if you're a member of our channel or if you're just a subscriber, we'll put a post out if we're not going to have a show, but it's a big week, Jay. It's a big week ahead. There's a lot of people who think LSU is going to go down to Norman and lay down. I don't see it, Jay, and I'm not banking on that. It's kind of like match play in golf. You know what I'm getting ready to say, Jay?
What do you mean?
What OU has in front of them, OU needs to have the mindset like they're in a match play golf match.
Explain.
You expect the other guy to make everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
OU needs to expect LSU going to bring everything they got to Norman. Because if you don't expect it, you get upset. You got to expect that they're going to bring everything to Norman, Oklahoma, and they're going to bring their best. And if they don't, good. But if they do, you've got to be there. You've got to bring your best. This isn't about LSU. I hope everyone here, I can say this and be a 1,000,000% confident. This is not about LSU this week. This is more about OU. It's more about OU. OU's got to take care of business. In the past, the games against LSU, there was a lot about LSU. Like you had to hope LSU didn't bring their A game for OU to have a chance. It's not the case this year. OU's the better football team. Let's get to Daniel.
By far. Daniel, what's going on, man?
What's up? I'm just calling in because what Benjamin said. I don't know how I missed that, but if Emmett Jones is the passing game coordinator, to me that makes everything a lot more clear to me. Is why the pass game in terms of the routes, the schemes, everything is just so basic. Receivers, they don't get separation. And I'm with Corks. I know he's getting some of the recruits, but the lack of rotation, they really might need to move on from Emmett Jones. I know he did a good job when he was at Skyline. I know a lot of teammates who love Emmett Jones, but yeah, if he's the pass game coordinator, that makes a lot of sense to me.
But Daniel, will you explain something to me? Because I'm serious when I say this. I don't know ball when it comes to this. Okay, passing game coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Explain, is that just basically who's going to play on the routes? I mean, they're not
title
routes. The routes are still schemed by Arbuckle, right?
Yeah, so you have offensive. If there's two, for example, so when TCU back in 2014, when they had Cumbie and Meacham,
yeah,
one of them was tasked. So they both would come together and make an offensive identity. This is what we want our offense to be around. We want it to focus kind of on a run pass scheme, or RPO scheme, a spread scheme, or air raid scheme, different things like that. But then one of the coordinators is going to specifically target what it is the run plays will be and how it will be schemed up. And then the pass game coordinator, obviously the same thing, just in the passing scheme. So if Emmett Jones is the pass game coordinator, what he's doing with Arbuckle is they're coming together and they're coming up with schemes that work for their receivers, what works in the playbook. And Emmett Jones is someone going to take the lead on that. So if you picture in a business, so you have, say you have a VP, Arbuckle's the VP, and Emmett Jones is the manager or the director, whatever. He's going to get his players who are his team. He's going to work with them, come up with schemes that work, and present that to Arbuckle, and then they're going to work together to see what works best. But all of it's going to come from the mind of this pass game coordinator, and then the OC is going to say, "This is work. This is how we're going to do it. Okay, I agree with that," and go from there. What it seems like, maybe based on age and in tenure, just in terms of being a coach in football, that Arbuckle's probably letting him get a bit more input in what the pass game is. And that's where I think the lack of creativity and, different things like that is. And I know you can't have too many cooks in the kitchen oftentimes, but just with the lack of inexperience, Arbuckle needs to be the coordinator, the offensive, the OC, the lead, and maybe he takes the pass game, and they need to bring in a coordinator to focus on scheming and run game, whether that be Kevin Wilson or somebody else. But they've got to do something to course correct that, because right now, like I said the other day, Arbuckle is showing his age, he's showing his inexperience. And someone said in the comments, we don't have a offensive coordinator equivalent to BV, or an offensive coordinator equivalent to a Lincoln or to a Steve Sarkisian or to a Lane Kiffin. Now, I know those guys have been doing this for 25, 30 plus years, but just Arbuckle is showing that just based on his decisions. I'm going to keep on running my quarterback 18 times. DeMarco, with his lack of knowledge, and I think DeMarco's also is the same thing. Yeah, he's been coaching longer than Arbuckle, not by that many years, but him just coming in and being a coach as opposed to going through the grind of being a GA, being different things, being, working his way up. He's running back coach. Yeah, that's cool, DeMarco. You played running back, but do you really know what it takes to be a coach? How to go in a game and how to come up with a game plan, how to rotate, who needs to go in, why they need to go in, who needs to block, where they need to go, how to make in leverage, how to pass block. It's easy to think that in your mind because you were great, but to then use that and apply it to your running backs, he has not shown that. And that's some of the stuff I'm seeing. Another issue I have is for them to be in pads 4 days a week, why are the running backs always showing their inability to absorb contact? To me, it's like they're punching bags and they're just absorbing all that contact, and it's taking a toll on them. There's just a lot of stuff just with the offensive side that it's like I said, it doesn't make sense. The defense plays complementary football with each other. The D line works with the linebackers. The linebackers works with the secondary. But on the offensive side, the O-line doesn't work with the QB. The QB doesn't work with the O-line. The O-line doesn't work with the receivers. The receivers don't work with the QB. It's all everybody their own thing, and they're not cohesive. And I think that starts from Arbuckle's lack of knowledge.
That's a good word for it, the cohesive.
Yeah, and I saw what 918 said, and I wondered that too about, is it just so he would get more money by a title? Like, how much are those guys at run game coordinator and passing game coordinator actually doing, since they were already that before Arbuckle got there? They weren't going to remove that from Emmett Jones.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, I don't know.
They may have a little input. I'm not sure how much. I have not actually been told that on what their input is, but I think BV and them need to sit down and they need to deconstruct and dissect what it is they want their offensive identity to be. Because now it seems like each specific coach, each individual coach has an idea on what they want their position to be and not what they want the offense to be. We want our receivers to be this. We want John to be this, but wait, we want John to run. No, maybe we want him to pass here. No, wait, okay. No, we got our running backs. Well, we want our running backs to go down here. No, maybe we want him to go out and run stretch zone. No, wait, let's use them little passing here. Okay, we have our O-line. No, maybe we want them to they're better at run blocking. It's like they don't have an identity, and they pick and choose when they want that identity to present itself.
They have no screen game. There's no play action. And I see someone says, can we get Daniel on the staff? Hey, I got one more question for you, Daniel, because this is something I've noticed from an outsider. You're more of someone who's been in the program at the beginning of the year, fall camp. Ben Arbuckle and the offense the word on the street, and I'm talking the street, was defensive players. Everyone was talking about the swagger, the cockiness of this offense. And you even heard Ben Arbuckle talking.
Yeah.
It's like, dude's kind of arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
You hear him in the pressers, and it's kind of just laid back. What happened?
You know, I think it is, you know, I would say what they were seeing that they were putting together in. Obviously, you can't replicate what game speed is, but I think what it was they saw that they have and what they put together. And I think Arbuckle coming in and seeing that and like Cork said, the talent or lack thereof, he saw what he was able to do with that against that defense when they were going full speed. So it made him feel a bit of confidence, which is nothing wrong with that. You want your OC to be confident. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think once he got into the meat grinder that is the SEC, I think he maybe started to understand, like, okay, this is a bit more of a learning curve than I anticipated it being. This is a bit more intense. I really need to. I can't just think that. And people have said it, ballers are ballers. And I still think John's a baller. And like I said, I think he needs a year to understand the level of play and what it is he wants to be. But I think when coming in and him seeing what it is now, he's probably thinking to himself, okay, yeah, maybe I didn't think that I could run John as much as I thought. And these pass runs are going to work against every defense. And then I think he had an idea on what he wanted the offense to be and not what it should be in this specific division. That's how I think it is. I think he had an idea on, this is my offense. I ran this is what I run, and he did not try to formulate it to where it worked in the SEC. And I'm not saying it can't, but I think that's what he's probably like. I'm young. There's a learning curve here, and I think that's what's going on now because first 5 games, top. Well, we were a top 10 offense, weren't we? We were up there pretty good.
And Mateer overall total offense was really good.
Yeah, 300 plus yards passing, and I think once they got into like I said, the brunt of it, I think that's when they started to. I think that's when Arbuckle really started to get a sense in the field, and I think there's pressure on them by BV. Yeah, all of us saw BV chewing them out down there. Like I said, I guarantee those meetings, BV is like, "Hey, man, I hired you in to do this job, to be an OC. So you're going to have to start to,
Well, I mean, let's face facts. BV knows what he's got defensively. He's like, God,
he's not going to want to lose a game 13-10.
He's thinking right now. He's thinking, God dang, we got the defense to win a national championship. Come on, offense. Let's go.
Yeah. Exactly, and I think, and that's what I'm saying. Like with the offense, I think the emphasis was so aggressively pressed on just an overhaul and a reconstruction of the defense. I truly believe that the offense was ignored, and I think BV he won't say it, but I think he probably understands with people close to him, like, that's where I messed up and that's where I got behind the 8 ball, because I should have taken more effort into make sure I had an offensive identity just as much as I want to have in a defensive identity. Because look, like I said, if we all go back, look at the hires. Obviously you had Levy, and I didn't necessarily like the Levy hire to begin with, but we see now, like, maybe Levy should have stayed. But then, okay, Seth Luttrell, who hum ho, all right. And after that, we have Arbuckle, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's new, that's fresh, that's going to bring up a lot. But I just don't think outside of the OCs paying attention to what you have outside of them has not been really looked at like he has with the other positions on the defensive side, and it's starting to present itself. We have seen with Joe John, DeMarco, Emmett Jones, Beatonbow, where people are still whatever, but we've seen what they are, and not to keep going on for too long, but they have to overhaul the offense. If BV wants to win a championship for the first time in almost 30 years, they're going to have to do something on the offense side. Defense is going to continue to be consistent. I think the defense isn't going anywhere.
The defense will be there. Yep.
But the offense, they got to do something. Sorry. So,
and I think the rotation could be a big deal too.
Yeah.
Getting some other guys in there. Hey, thanks, Daniel. Appreciate it, man.
You're welcome, guys. Have a good night.
As always, appreciate it. Hey,
Cade, I think. I thought we had Cade on here. Cade, not on here.
Cade dropped. He was on there, but he dropped. So if Cade's hearing me, Call back in.
Hey, Jerem, one thing I want to say, though, is like I saw the comment. I don't remember who said it that said Gabe was talking about today that basically every call is a choice. Mateer has a choice to make. Well, I understand that, but that's kind of a lot of offenses these days. You put a lot on your quarterback to read things. Now, if Mateer's just not reading things well, maybe Arbuckle needs to change things up and say,
well,
okay, I'm going to give you an easy, no read here. You're going to this guy. And I thought they did that against Missouri. Some passes down the field were one read passes. He just didn't complete them. But
I will say this, Jay. Have you just seen Mateer miss wide open guys?
Yeah.
Not many that are just wide. I'm saying running down the field wide open.
Yeah, like 4 times on Saturday.
He had the Burks one down the sideline that he overthrew.
We had Satania, the play before the touchdown, Satania was wide open, threw about 2 yards behind him.
Yeah, my point is,
So
though,
you asked the question and I answered it.
My point is, Mateer has missed some, but to me, it's more scheme. It's more route trees. And like, here's one thing I'll never understand, Jason. I've played a lot of backyard football. I don't know football like everyone else that's played it, but I played a lot of backyard football. And Jay, we've played in some flag football leagues.
Turkey Day doesn't count.
Jay, if my quarterback's rolling right and I'm out on receiver, I'm going to help him by also moving that way. Tell me why on earth, when John Mateer rolls right, do we have guys going left that are receivers? They don't come back to the ball. They're not trying to extend the play. But it is so weird. Like, that is football 101. How is that not being talked about?
Well,
he shouldn't bail the pocket. But if he does, shouldn't you kind of try to create? They're not creating. They don't even try to create anything. Like they're not cutting to get open. It's weird.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Weird.
OU's defense has been playing so good. The offense now they have to figure out some ways to I'm not talking major milestones here. Take steps. I'll say this, positive about this last week. I thought they took more shots down the field.
Yeah, they're going to have to because teams are going to man them up on the outside. LSU's man. You got to take shots. You got to take shots.
You got to figure out some ways to take shots. I'm so dang happy they're 9-2.
Miss
the playoff.
And watch out for Van Buren, Jay. He can run.
This is going to be a great week leading up to this game.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't wait. Final game of the year already, Germ. Are you kidding me? How fast is it gone? What are we going to do after the season's over? But man,
final game of the year. It's not going to be Nussmeier Sooner-thron. It's Van Buren.
Final game of the year, and if OU wins in the playoff, I can't let that sink in enough.
Everything that they wanted to play for is right there in front of them, Jay.
And Michael, this is a very good point.
And they could tweak in, add some things that teams won't be. There will be no film, and you can bet your bottom dollar, since we're on Dixieland Delight, bet your bottom dollar, Jay. Anyone who's facing OU, they're going to change up stuff at least for the first drive. That's the only time you can have success against BV.
Yeah. Can't wait, man.
Hey, guys, thanks for watching tonight. Appreciate the supers from Damon. There's another one. 2 supers from Damon. Easy money, a super right here that says LSU defense versus Missouri defense. Missouri's a better defense.
They're both really good.
LSU has better talent overall. Missouri is a better defense stat-wise than LSU was. I think LSU's offense has a better quarterback that can make plays, maybe not as consistent, but they don't have an Ahmed Hardy.
But the difference is LSU's back end is better than their front.
LSU's secondary is better, but they're going to go a lot of man, Jay.
They are, and they can make plays, though. Missouri, Mateer's got to be on point.
He's got to be on point. Easy money, Damon Dustin, Cheat T-Bird. Thank you guys so much for the supers tonight. We really appreciate your support. It's Thanksgiving week. We are very thankful. I won't wait till Thursday to tell you I'm thankful. Thankful for you guys every night. Hit the like before you leave. It helps our channel, so appreciate it. If you're new here, please subscribe. That helps us as well. Check out the Fan Stop, and we will see y'all next time. Boomer.
Sooner.